Hello everyone, my name is Ainsley. Welcome back to Yapping with Ainsley, where today we are finally diving into the topic of musicals and my favorite ones, and we're going to talk about it, and I'm real excited. So, let's jump right in, shall we? Alright, and I'd also like to preface by saying I love so many musicals, and there's a lot of musicals that I love that are not mentioned on this list. So if you're like, why don't you love this musical? I probably do. I just didn't mention it. So we're gonna preface by saying that right off the bat. But anyway, these are my top 10 right here. Fantastic, gorgeous. Anyway, we're gonna start off with number 10, which is Beautiful, the Carole King musical. Now, that one is not as well known, I think, in my opinion, especially considering the rest of what's on this list. But I remember seeing it at a theater where I live, and it was like, it still blows me away how magnificent it was. I love older style singing, like 50s, 60s, 70s. I love that like style of music, that type of vocal ability, like vocal technique, even the sound of vocals in that era. So the Carole King musical has a lot of that style, which I really, really love. And it's like, you know, follows the story of Carole King, and it's just like songs, I'm sure it'd be songs that like people like you would have heard of before, but it's just like, it's so good. It's such a jam. It also made me cry when I watched it, so maybe keep that in mind. But highly, highly recommend. At the very least, listen to the soundtrack because it is so worth it. Okay. Alright. Number 9 is Six, the musical. Okay. Now, this is a very popular one, so I'm sure y'all would have heard about it, but if you haven't, allow me to give the premise very quickly. So, Six, the musical follows the six wives of Henry VIII. Catherine of Aragon, Anne Boleyn, Jane Seymour, Anne of Cleves, Catherine, another Catherine, and then another Catherine. I think there's 2 more Catherines. I don't fully remember the names. I apologize. But they each get their own songs, basically talking about how much they despise Henry, unless of course you're Jane Seymour, in which case you don't despise him, but to each their own. But it's a really fun musical, such a vibe. The songs are killer, the vocals are killer. Okay, and I think my favorite cast would be the one with my goodness, what the heck? Why can't I think of her name right now? Samantha Polly as Catherine Howard. That's the 5th one, Catherine Howard. Yes, Samantha Polly is Catherine Howard. Mwah! Stunning. That cast, in and of itself, stunning. Gorgeous. Love. Watch them, or listen to them, or whatever you gotta do, because it's fantastic. Okay, now we are at number 8, which is Bonnie and Clyde, people. Guys, Bonnie and Clyde. Now listen, I am a Jeremy Jordan mega fan up in here, okay? Jeremy Jordan mega fan, alright? He has one of the best, like, tenor voices I've ever heard. Okay, like, hello! It's gorgeous. Every time I hear him sing, I'm like, I've ascended to heaven, probably. This is crazy. But Bonnie and Clyde, you know, he plays a really good Clyde, and Laura Osnes also plays a fantastic Bonnie. Like, they make such a good duo, and I feel like that musical isn't as popular as it should be and didn't get the love it deserves. So, like, need to give it more love, because obviously the story of Bonnie and Clyde is a very exciting story. Like, you know, you got danger. We love danger. danger, robbery, murder, probably. But it's just like, the vocals are killer. They're so good. The belting, I love belting so much. And Bonnie and Clyde has a substantial amount of it. So if you're like me and you love belting, partake in listening to or watching that musical. Okay. All right. And keeping on the Jeremy Jordan train, we've got The Great Gatsby. Now, this is a more recent musical, at least in comparison to the other ones that I've mentioned, but it is 1920s style music. I love jazz. I love big band orchestra stuff. I love, like, belting. The Great Gatsby has all of those. Every single one. The Great Gatsby has all of it. It's got the jazz. It's got yearning. Oh my gosh, guys. Jeremy Jordan's characters that he tends to play in Broadway are like the most yearning characters you could possibly imagine. Like Gatsby, Clyde, ish up there. Bobby Darwin in Just in Time. That's not on this list, but special mention to Just in Time. And obviously, the character he plays in Newsies, Jack Kelly in Newsies. Like, it's just, all of his characters are just fantastic. But anyway, The Great Gatsby. So good. You have the big, jazzy, flamboyant, if you will, ensemble numbers. You've got the yearning numbers that Gatsby does. You've got the yearning numbers that Daisy does. And, like, it's just, oh, like, my ears are blessed every time I hear it. And I want to go see it so bad. But I don't live anywhere near where it's showing. So I'm sad. But we're moving on. Okay? Next one. Newsies. Keeping on the Jeremy Jordan train. We are just continuing. Okay? And listen, I am fully aware that a lot of people have played Jack Kelly, have played Gatsby, have played Clyde. I'm aware of this. But Jeremy Jordan has, like, originated these roles. So, props where it's due, okay? But Jack Kelly, man, the hat, the hat. Santa Fe will always live with me, but it's just so good. And, gosh, I can't think of her name off the top of my head, but, the actress who plays, also can't remember the character's name, girl, the daughter of the editor, or chief editor, whatever he is. Anywho, she has some crazy songs. And, like, the tap dancing and the choreography that's in Newsies, while you're simultaneously belting music, I'm like, the athleticism that is displayed in Newsies is unlike anything I've ever seen. Like, it's a full-on workout, and then you're also belting on top of that. Like, I just kind of taken aback. It's crazy. It's so crazy. And the music is just so good. Once and for all. The harmonies were like everyone. Cara Lindsay, sorry. Squirrel. Cara Lindsay. That's the actress. Who plays Catherine, I believe is her name. Anyway. Moving on. I just remember that and I feel like I needed to say it. But once and for all, where like everyone's all together on the giant set and they're belting and singing their hearts out. It gives me full-on goosebumps every single time. Every time. Guys, the music eats up. The music hits hard up. It's so good. Okay. Number 5. Epic the Musical. Now, if y'all don't know what that is, you need to get on the train, especially with Christopher Nolan's Odyssey being released recently. Y'all need to get on the Epic the Musical train. Like, immediately. It is, if you're not already there, Jorge is a masterful composer and singer and just everything. Every actor, I'm like, he is just incredible. And the, like, all the work he's put into it is just beyond anything I can comprehend. But it is just like the storytelling from the beginning with the Battle of Troy all the way to the end where Odysseus comes home to Penelope, and literally everything in between. I laughed, I cried, I was absurdly angry and disgusted, and also had a dance party, all within the span of Epic the Musical. And it's also becoming a movie, an animated movie. This is very exciting. But it's just like the vocals from everybody, the depth and detail that Jorge displays when writing and creating this is just unlike anything I've ever seen. And as a major fan of Greek mythology, okay, I was in love from this from the beginning, and I'm still in love with it now, and I will forever be in love with it. So, if y'all like Greek mythology and incredibly talented vocalists, Epic the Musical is for you, okay? I'm just saying. And even if you don't, you should look at it, okay? Alright, moving on. Les Miserables. We cannot talk about the top musicals without mentioning Les Mis. Like, it's gotta be mentioned. It has to be, because that is another masterful orchestration of music and talent and storytelling. It is just incredible. It's so incredible, guys. Genuinely. Like, and I'm sure you've heard of Les Mis. Like, it's arguably one of the most famous musicals of all time. But just and it's also probably one of the most depressing musicals of all time. I feel like I can say that. But, like, the amount of times I cry in that musical and get goosebumps, like, One Day More, and then you've got different songs like Who Am I? Jean Valjean's, like, power moment, and then you've got, like, On My Own, which is Eponine's really sad moment. And then you have, like, Master of the House, which is just the most crazy song I've ever heard, and you're just like, I was so sad, and now we're just, like, vibing? Like, what's going on? And then Castle on a Cloud, where you're just crying because this little girl is just being, it's insane. It's insane. There are so many songs. I could not pick my favorite out of Les Mis, but it's just, like, a masterful conglomeration, I think I used that word right, of just musical talent and storytelling and artistry, and it's so good. I got the privilege of seeing it in person, and I will never be the same. That was one of the most insane experiences of my life, and I would highly recommend, if you have the opportunity, go see Les Mis in person. Seriously. Support live theater. Okay. Alright, number 3. We're getting to the top 3. Alright, and number 3, Anastasia. Yeah! Okay. Anastasia does not get the flowers it deserves. It needs so many flowers. The whole flower shop, if you will. Because it is the most, like, it's just, like, the musical and the movie, by the way. The movie is also a masterpiece. But Christy Altimore is Anastasia. There is no one else that can live up to Christy Altimore's Anastasia. Ramin Karimloo as Gleb, also, like, good luck living up to that. And Derek Klena plays a fantastic Dimitri. Like, it is just, like, an insane ensemble of super talented people, like, in all of this entire musical. And then you're following Anastasia. Obviously, if you've seen the movie, you kind of know the storyline, but you follow Anastasia. She's, like, an orphan. She's like, I know where I belong. And then she finds these ragtag duo that is like, ooh, we're gonna go, like, get the reward money and pretend that she's Anastasia, but she actually, or, like, pretend that she's the lost heiress or princess or whatever she is. I don't fully remember. But, and then, like, you get the reward money, but then they're like, oh no, she's actually her. And then Dimitri's like, oh no, I actually love her. It's crazy. And then Gleb is like, I also love her, but I will do what must be done. And you're like, no, Gleb. Nobody. But Quartet at the Ballet, I think, is a like severely underrated song in Anastasia, just because you have the 4 different like POVs. You've got Anastasia, the Countess, or Duchess. I don't know, a Countess, I think. Like the Anastasia, Countess, Gleb, and Dimitri. You get all of their point of views. They all sing differently about like the stage of the song and life that they're at, and then they all join together and heaven comes down to earth, okay? Like, it's just gorgeous. It is gorgeous, and I'm obsessed, well and truly, and I needed to go back on Broadway or West End or something, please. All right, number 2, Phantom of the Opera. Hello. 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 Andrew Lloyd Webber ate that up. Do you understand? Andrew Lloyd Webber ate that up. Okay. Now, we were talking about Ramin Karimloo earlier. Him as the Phantom. What? What? Like, he plays an incredible Phantom, and it really is like a tragic story. Like, I do feel bad for the Phantom. I do. And Raoul is an interesting character. And we love Christine. We really do. But it's like, I feel so bad for the Phantom, because he just wants to be loved, you know? Like, he was never loved, or albeit he is not doing it in the correct way, but he just wants to be loved. And I'm like, I'm sorry, sir. But we love the Phantom of the Opera. Again, the vocals, the ensemble. I'm not normally a big fan of like opera in a sense, but Phantom of the Opera is kind of like a musical opera, so it's not the same thing, really. But man, it is good. I do like the 2004 movie version. Emmy Rossum, I think, plays a fantastic Christine. Gerard Butler, I think, also plays a pretty good Phantom. Sure, the vocals aren't like insane, but I think he does a good job. And like, I think it's good. But I mean, to be fair, nothing beats Ramin Karimloo's Phantom. Like, nothing. Literally nothing. And I do love Sierra Boges as Christine and Hadley Fraser as Raoul, but I will take Phantom of the Opera in any form that I can have it. And it's just a brilliant, brilliant musical. And now we must talk about number 1. Hamilton. I did mention this in my first video that Hamilton was my favorite musical, and it was a standard choice. However, it's a good choice, all right? I had a friend introduce me to Hamilton years ago, and then we watched it, and I'm like, this is the best thing I've ever seen. Like, this is the best thing I've ever seen. As a major history buff and a major Lin-Manuel Miranda fan, it's incredible. It's incredible. Like, obviously the original cast will forever be my favorite. You know, Christopher Jackson as George Washington. My goodness, what can I think of? Philippa Sue as Eliza. And Renee Elise Goldsberry as Angelica, and Jasmine as Peggy / Mariah Reynolds. And just like the entire cast. The entire cast. Leslie Odom Jr. as Aaron Burr. Like, just incredible. Absolutely incredible. Like, they are just so talented. They express the story so well, and the story was so well thought through. The music, the choreography as well in Hamilton. Like, even like the character of like the bullet or whatever, like, it's just so well thought through. It's so perfect. And again, it's like, you will laugh, you will weep, you will like have your own little dance party in your seat, and it's just like the most incredible music and whatnot. I mean, my personal favorite song from Hamilton is Dear Theodosia. That song hits me in the feels every freaking time. Every time. But I really love it. And I get the privilege of seeing Hamilton in person later this year, so that is going to be incredible. And I'm just really looking forward to it. Alright, well, that was my top 10 list. And if there are any musicals I missed that you're like, why the heck did you not talk about this? let me know in the comments. But have a lovely rest of your day, y'all, and I will talk to you later. Bye.